Welcome back to Who Died Today US, the channel where we remember and honor the lives of those we've lost. From Hollywood stars to music legends and historic figures, we pay tribute to the legacies they left behind. If you want to keep their memories alive with us, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story.
Ken Flores, a stand-up comedian known for his sharp wit and engaging storytelling, passed away on January 28th at the age of 28. His family confirmed his passing in a statement on his Instagram, expressing their shock and devastation. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner listed his place of death as his residence, though the cause has not yet been disclosed. Flores was in the middle of his Butterfly Effect tour, a nationwide comedy tour that had begun in early January. His last performance took place at the Atlanta Comedy Club in Georgia on January 25th, and he was scheduled to perform next at Phoenix's Desert Ridge Improv on January 30th. Born in Chicago in 1996, Flores grew up in the Humboldt Park neighborhood before moving to Aurora, Colorado. His interest in comedy began at a young age when he created viral YouTube videos parodying everyday experiences, particularly those of Mexican-American families. He gained early recognition on platforms like World Star Hip Hop, which fueled his dream of becoming a full-time entertainer. His stand-up career officially began in his early 20s when he was encouraged by the owner of Aurora's Comedy Shrine to perform at an open mic night. That first performance sparked his passion for live comedy, leading him to pursue it seriously. In 2022, Flores organized the Latin XL comedy show at Chicago's Laugh Factory, a showcase that provided a platform for Latin comedians and quickly became a hit. The success of the event enabled him to relocate to Los Angeles in 2023 to fully dedicate himself to his craft. Over the past year, Flores made significant strides in the comedy world, performing at major venues such as the Comedy Store and Hollywood Improv. He also gained a wider audience through his appearance on Netflix Is a Daily Joke, further cementing his rising status in the industry. Following the news of his passing, tributes poured in from fellow comedians and venues where he performed. The Latin XL Instagram page remembered him as a brother, a dear friend, and an inspiration, while Hollywood Improv posted, "We were honored to share your talent on our stages. We love you, Ken. Thank you for all the laughs." Flores's impact on the comedy scene was undeniable, and his loss is deeply felt by the entertainment community. Johnny Gaudreau, a 7-time NHL All-Star and former Calgary Flames and Columbus Blue Jackets forward, passed away at the age of 31. He and his younger brother Matthew were struck and killed by an alleged drunk driver while cycling in Oldmans Township, New Jersey. Born on August 13, 1993 in Salem, New Jersey, Gaudreau grew up in Carneys Point Township. A standout in hockey from an early age, he played for the Dubuque Fighting Saints in the USHL before excelling at Boston College. His success at the collegiate level earned him the 2014 Hobey Baker Award as the best player in NCAA hockey. He was drafted 104th overall by the Calgary Flames in the 2011 NHL entry draft. Gaudreau quickly became one of the league's most dynamic players, known for his speed, skill, and playmaking ability, despite his smaller stature at 5 feet 9 inches. His first full NHL season in 2014-15 saw him named a finalist for the Calder Memorial Trophy as Rookie of the Year. Over his career, he played 11 seasons in the NHL, finishing with over 700 points. In Calgary, he was the face of the franchise, reaching a career-high 115 points in the 2021-22 season and finishing 4th in MVP voting. In 2022, he made a surprising move to the Columbus Blue Jackets, signing a 7-year, $68.25 million contract. Though the Blue Jackets struggled during his tenure, Gaudreau remained their most consistent performer. Internationally, Gaudreau represented the United States multiple times, winning a gold medal at the 2013 World Junior Championships and a bronze at the 2018 IIHF World Championships. His death sent shockwaves through the hockey world. Tributes poured in from players, teams, and fans, with makeshift memorials appearing outside the Blue Jackets' nationwide arena and the Calgary Flames' Scotiabank Saddledome. Both teams held candlelight vigils, and the Blue Jackets honored him with a missing man formation at their home opener. Gaudreau is survived by his wife Meredith, their 2 young children, and his parents. His loss leaves a lasting impact on the hockey community, remembered not only for his skill but also for his contributions to the game and his kindness off the ice. Eric Gilliland, an American television producer, writer, and actor known for his work on hit sitcoms, passed away at the age of 62 after a battle with colon cancer. Born on March 28, 1962 in Glenview, Illinois, Gilliland developed a love for television comedy at an early age. Alongside childhood friend and future television director Stephen Levitan, he grew up watching The Dick Van Dyke Show, Monty Python's Flying Circus, Jack Benny, The Carol Burnett Show, and Saturday Night Live. His early passion for humor led to creative pursuits, including forming a pun club with Levitan during their school years. Gilliland graduated from Glenbrook South High School in 1980 and later earned his degree from Northwestern University's School of Communication in 1984. He pursued a career in television, becoming a respected writer and producer in the industry. Throughout his career, Gilliland played a key role in shaping some of television's most beloved sitcoms. He worked as an executive producer and writer for Roseanne, one of the most successful sitcoms of the late 20th century. His contributions helped define the show's sharp humor and realistic portrayal of working-class family life. He was also a co-creator of That 70s Show, which became a pop culture phenomenon and launched the careers of several well-known actors. Beyond these major projects, Gilliland lent his talents to a variety of television series, including My Boys and the Wonder Years. His ability to craft witty dialogue and heartfelt storytelling made him a sought-after figure in the television industry. In addition to his behind-the-scenes work, he was known for his unique skill as a whistler, a personal trademark that added charm to his multifaceted career. Gilliland's longtime friend Levitan credited him with inspiring his own path into television, saying, "Having a job like that would have seemed completely unattainable to me if I hadn't known someone who actually pulled it off. I guess I figured that if Eric was brave enough to take a chance like that, I should be too." Gilliland's legacy lives on in the many shows he helped create and shape. His humor, creativity, and mentorship left a lasting impression on both his colleagues and audiences. Obi Ndefo, an American actor known for his roles in Dawson's Creek and Stargate SG-1, passed away at the age of 51. His sister, Nkem, confirmed that his cause of death was complications from orthorexia, an eating disorder characterized by an obsession with healthy eating. Born in Los Angeles on October 29, 1972, Ndefo was of Nigerian heritage and a graduate of Yale University's drama school. He pursued a career in acting, appearing in a variety of popular television shows, including The West Wing, Angel, Third Rock from the Sun, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Star Trek Voyager. His most recognized role was as Bobby Wells in Dawson's Creek, where he portrayed the caring and supportive boyfriend of Bessie Potter. He also played Rachnor in Stargate SG-1, a Jaffa warrior who became an ally to the main characters. Beyond acting, Ndefo was deeply passionate about arts education and community activism. He founded Arts Alliance for Humanity, a Los Angeles-based nonprofit dedicated to promoting and preserving arts programs in public schools. His organization worked to ensure that young people, regardless of background, had access to creative expression and artistic opportunities. In addition to his advocacy work, Ndefo was a writer and yoga teacher. He believed in the power of mindfulness and movement for personal and societal healing, and he used his platform to inspire others to pursue wellness and self-expression. In 2019, Ndefo experienced a life-altering tragedy when he was struck by a car driven by an intoxicated driver in a grocery store parking lot. The accident resulted in the loss of both of his legs above the knee. Despite this hardship, he remained resilient, continuing to teach yoga and advocate for disability awareness. He used his personal journey to inspire others facing adversity, demonstrating remarkable strength in rebuilding his life. Ndefo's passing is a loss not only to the entertainment world, but also to the arts and wellness communities. His contributions as an actor, teacher, and advocate touched many lives, leaving behind a legacy of compassion, creativity, and perseverance. Kenneth Cope, the English actor best known for his role as Marty Hopkirk in Randall and Hopkirk and as Jed Stone in Coronation Street, passed away at the age of 93. Born in Wavertree, Liverpool, on April 14, 1931, Cope trained at the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School before launching a career in film and television. He first gained national recognition in the early 1960s as the shady but charismatic Jed Stone in Coronation Street, a role he played between 1961 and 1966, with a surprise return in 2008 after a 42-year absence. Cope's most famous role was as Marty Hopkirk in Randall and Hopkirk, Deceased, 1969 to 1970, where he played a ghostly private detective assisting his living partner. His performance in the supernatural detective series made him a fan favorite and a significant figure in British television history. In addition to his acting career, Cope made notable appearances in That Was the Week That Was, The Avengers, and several Carry On films, including Carry On at Your Convenience, 1971, and Carry On Matron, 1972. He later took on recurring roles in Brookside, Juliet Bravo, The Bill, and Waking the Dead. His work extended into screenwriting, including writing 3 series of the BBC children's television show Striker. Cope was also known for his versatility, taking on comedic and dramatic roles throughout his career. In 1981, he guest-starred in Doctor Who in the serial Warriors Gate. He later played dodgy ex-copper Charlie Fairclough in A Touch of Frost and appeared in 3 episodes of Minder, portraying different characters each time. Outside of acting, Cope and his wife, actress Rennie Lister, opened a restaurant in Watlington, Oxfordshire, named Martha's Kitchen after their daughter. He was also a lifelong supporter of Everton FC, and in his later years, wrote a weekly column for the Southport Visitor newspaper. In retirement, Cope resided in Southport, where he battled chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. His contributions to British television spanned 6 decades, making him a familiar and beloved face on screen. Kenneth Cope leaves behind a lasting legacy in British entertainment, remembered for his humor, charm, and memorable performances across television and film. Frankie Beverly, the acclaimed singer, songwriter, and producer, best known as the frontman of Maze, passed away at the age of 77. Beverly's career spanned over 5 decades, with his smooth vocals and heartfelt lyrics making him a beloved figure in soul and R&B music. Born Howard Stanley Beverly in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he began his musical journey singing gospel in his local church. As a teenager, he formed The Blenders, an a cappella doo-wop group, before transitioning to The Butlers in 1963. His early recordings with the Butlers, including If That's What You Wanted, became Northern soul favorites. In 1970, Beverly founded the band Raw Soul, which later became Maze after an introduction to Marvin Gaye. Gaye took the group under his wing, featuring them as an opening act and encouraging them to relocate to San Francisco. Under Beverly's leadership, Maze released 9 gold-certified albums, building a dedicated fan base with their signature blend of soul, funk, and R&B. Their music resonated deeply with audiences, especially classics like Before I Let Go, Joy and Pain, and Happy Feelin's. Beverly's influence extended beyond his own recordings. In 2019, Beyoncé covered Before I Let Go on her Homecoming, the live album, which Beverly called one of the high points of my life. His son, Anthony, also helped produce Silky Soul Music, an all-star tribute to Maze, featuring artists like Mary J. Blige and Babyface. Known for his all-white stage attire, Beverly turned his concerts into a tradition where fans would also dress in white as a tribute. His impact on music and culture was immense, creating songs that transcended generations. Frankie Beverly's legacy lives on through his timeless music, inspiring both longtime fans and new listeners. Herbie Flowers, the celebrated English bassist and session musician known for his contributions to countless hit recordings, passed away at the age of 86. Over a career spanning 6 decades, Flowers played on an estimated 500 hit songs and worked with some of the biggest names in music, including David Bowie, Lou Reed, Elton John, and Paul McCartney. Born on May 19, 1938 in Isleworth, Middlesex, Flowers began his musical training during his time in the Royal Air Force, where he initially played the tuba before taking up the bass guitar. By the late 1960s, he had established himself as one of the most sought-after session musicians in the UK. His distinctive bass lines became key elements in numerous classic songs, most notably Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side, where his innovative use of both double bass and a fretless Fender jazz bass created one of rock music's most recognizable grooves. Flowers was a founding member of several bands, including Blue Mink, T-Rex, and Sky, and played with the final lineup of Mark Bolan's band before Bolan's untimely death in 1977. He also composed the novelty hit Grandad, performed by Clive Dunn, which became a UK #1 hit, one single in 1971. Beyond his studio work, Flowers collaborated with an extraordinary list of artists. He played bass on David Bowie's Diamond Dogs, Elton John's Tumbleweed Connection, Harry Nilsson's Nilsson Schmilsson, and Jeff Wayne's The War of the Worlds. His contributions extended to the Beatles' solo projects, performing on albums by Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Despite his extensive work in rock and pop, Flowers remained passionate about jazz, frequently performing and mentoring young musicians. In his later years, he became a music educator, leading workshops in schools and forming community choirs, such as the Shoreham Singers by Sea and the Ditchling Singers. Herbie Flowers' legacy is one of remarkable musicianship and versatility. His innovative bass playing shaped numerous classic records, and his influence continues to be heard across generations of music. Olivia Hussey, the British actress best known for her role as Juliet in Franco Zeffirelli's 1968 adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, passed away at the age of 73. She had been battling breast cancer, which had returned in recent years. Born on April 17, 1951, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Hussey moved to London as a child and studied drama at the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts. She began acting professionally in her early teens, gaining recognition for her stage work before landing the role of Juliet at 15. Her performance in Romeo and Juliet earned her a Golden Globe Award and widespread acclaim, making her an international star. Following her breakout role, Hussey continued acting in both film and television. She played Jess Bradford in the 1974 horror classic Black Christmas, which became a significant influence on the slasher genre. She also portrayed Mary in Zeffirelli's Jesus of Nazareth, 1977, and appeared in Death on the Nile, 1978. Hussey took on diverse roles throughout the 1980s, starring in the Japanese thriller Virus, 1980, the Australian dystopian film Turkey Shoot, 1982, and several television miniseries. In 1990, Hussey starred as Norma Bates in Psycho 4, The Beginning, and played Audra Denbrough in the television adaptation of Stephen King's It, cementing her place as a cult horror favorite. She later worked as a voice actress, lending her talents to Star Wars video games and animated projects. Despite her long and varied career, Hussey remained closely associated with Romeo and Juliet. In 2018, she released her memoir, The Girl on the Balcony, reflecting on her experiences in Hollywood and her personal struggles, including overcoming agoraphobia and health battles. Hussey was married 3 times and had 3 children, including actress India Isley. She faced significant personal challenges, including the tragic loss of her first husband, Dean Paul Martin, in a plane crash. Following her passing, her Romeo and Juliet co-star Leonard Whiting paid tribute, saying, "Rest now, my beautiful Juliet. No injustices can hurt you now. The world will remember your beauty inside and out forever." Hussey's legacy endures through her unforgettable performances and the lasting impact she had on film and television. John Capodici, a prolific character actor known for his roles in film, television, and theater, passed away at the age of 83. Born on December 25, 1941, in Chicago, Illinois, Capodici built a steady career playing memorable supporting roles in both comedy and drama. He made his mark in television, beginning with his early role as Lloyd Lord in Ryan's Hope, before making guest appearances in shows like Seinfeld, Murder, She Wrote, Murphy Brown, Knots Landing, and Law and Order. He was also featured in The West Wing, 6 Feet Under, and CSY Crime Scene Investigation. Capodice became widely recognized for his role in a 1980s commercial for Polly-O string cheese, where he played a puzzled pizzeria owner asked to make a pizza with nuttin'. He also starred in a popular dime-tap cold medicine advertisement as a trucker giving medical advice. His film career included a diverse range of projects. He appeared as Doyle in the cult horror film Q, 1982, and had a supporting role in Family Business, 1989. He worked with Oliver Stone in The Doors, 1991, and acted alongside comedic legends in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, 1994, and Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult, 1994. His action film credits included Speed, 1994, Independence Day, 1996, and Enemy of the State, 1998. Beyond television and film, Capodice had a strong presence in theater. He performed in off-Broadway productions, including Getting Out, which won 2 Outer Critics Circle Awards in 1979. On Broadway, he shared the stage with John Lithgow, George Segal, and John C. McGinley in Requiem for a Heavyweight. Capodice also contributed to video game voice acting, providing the voice of Sidney Penn in Mafia 2, 2010. A longtime resident of Los Angeles and later Blauvelt, New York, Capodice leaves behind a legacy of dynamic character work that made him a recognizable face across multiple generations of audiences. Richard Perry, the influential record producer behind some of the biggest hits of the 20th century, passed away at the age of 82. He suffered cardiac arrest while hospitalized in Los Angeles. Perry had also been battling Parkinson's disease in his later years. Born on June 18, 1942 in Brooklyn, New York, Perry grew up in a musical household. His parents were music teachers, and he developed a deep love for music from an early age. He studied at the University of Michigan before starting his career in the industry. Perry's rise to prominence began in the late 1960s, and by the 1970s, he was considered one of the most sought-after producers in popular music. His ability to bring out the best in artists led to successful collaborations with legends like Carly Simon, Barbra Streisand, Rod Stewart, Diana Ross, Ringo Starr, and Art Garfunkel. He was responsible for producing Carly Simon's iconic hit You're So Vain, as well as Ringo Starr's star-studded Ringo album. During the 1970s and 1980s, Perry accumulated over a dozen gold records, with several reaching platinum status. He founded Planet Records in 1978, where he helped guide the Pointer Sisters to mainstream success. After the label was sold to RCA in 1983, he continued working as an independent producer, collaborating with artists such as Donna Summer, Julio Iglesias, and Neil Diamond. His work remained relevant into the 1990s and 2000s. Perry produced Rod Stewart's Great American Songbook series, reviving Stewart's career with a collection of jazz and pop standards. He also worked with Ray Charles on My World and reunited with Carly Simon for Moonlight Serenade, which became a top-selling album. Beyond his studio work, Perry made an impact in film, appearing as a record producer in American Hot Wax, 1978. Perry's personal life included a brief marriage to actress Rebecca Broussard and a long-term relationship with actress Jane Fonda, which lasted from 2009 to 2017. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Perry's legacy lives on through the countless records he produced, shaping the sound of multiple generations. Breaking news. News 1. Hollywood veteran Ed Harris recently opened up about the extreme challenges he faced while filming The Way Back, recalling a harrowing bout of severe food poisoning during production. Speaking at the film's UK premiere in London, Harris shared that both he and co-star Jim Sturgis battled illness while filming in the harsh conditions of the Sahara Desert. Directed by Peter Weir, the film tells the gripping true story of prisoners escaping a Siberian gulag during World War II, trekking thousands of miles to India. To bring authenticity to the story, the cast endured grueling physical conditions. Harris, 60 at the time, recalled his toughest moment, attempting to drag a sled up a massive sand dune while severely weakened. "I couldn't even stand up," he admitted. Sturgis also faced difficulties, describing how illness made performing in such remote conditions even more challenging. Director Peter Weir praised the cast's resilience, admitting he had concerns about their well-being. Harris's reflections highlight the incredible dedication actors bring to their craft, making The Way Back not just a powerful story of survival, but a testament to the determination behind the scenes as well. News 2. Actress and former Food Network star Valerie Bertinelli is celebrating a major milestone: 6 months of sobriety. The 64-year-old shared the achievement with fans through a radiant outdoor selfie on social media, captioned simply, "6 months, no alcohol." Bertinelli has been open about prioritizing her mental and physical well-being, and this latest step reflects her commitment to positive transformation. Fans flooded her post with support, sharing their own journeys and creating a space of encouragement and inspiration. In a follow-up message, she shared a meaningful quote about embracing challenges to uncover true joy, reinforcing her belief in living authentically rather than numbing difficult emotions. Earlier this year, she revealed to People magazine that she chose sobriety while writing her memoir, Enough Already, calling the experience life-changing. "I love how I feel now more than I ever did while drinking," she shared. With a renewed sense of clarity and happiness, Bertinelli's journey continues to inspire, proving that personal growth and transformation are always possible.